Let's move on to used car prices. Dermot, what are you seeing happening to used car prices at the moment?
I mean, we looked at this in anticipation of this call today, and looking at the end of May to the beginning from the beginning of May to the end of May, prices are broadly stable, is what we're seeing. So we take a basket of 50 most popular makes and models on the site, and we can see that on average prices have increased just a touch. They've increased by 0.7%. Overall, there are some nuances within that, as you might expect, but and effectively one of the cuts we've looked at is independent dealers' pricing strategy versus franchises, and independents seem to have increased by 2.7% over that period, so almost like increased prices by 3%, and franchise dealers conversely have dropped by 0.6%. So there's kind of a bit of a mix effect going on there. We also know that commercial vehicles have increased price the most, in particular some specific vehicles. I guess that's potentially as there's increased demand from people who were in hospitality type jobs that are looking for, other career avenues and needing to buy vehicles that facilitate, I don't know, delivery jobs, for example. And we've also seen a huge increase in not necessarily prices per se, but huge increases in volume of inquiries to scooters as well. So we'll look at the scooters and the motorbikes angle as well, because again, these are things that potentially fill that need for a safe journey to work that we talked about earlier, for people who maybe don't have a huge amount, who they live in quite congested urban cities as well. So overall trends are broadly stable, and I can just give a little bit more detail. But when we look at things like the vehicles that have increased in price the most, that they are, the Ford Focuses, the Ford Transits, the Vauxhall Vivaros, and Renault Clio. So it's quite a normal batch of vehicles that we're talking about here. It's not the kind of super premium. It's the core, 3 to 6 year old vehicles that tend to that have dealers are holding their price for now, as they seek, I guess, to try and leverage this unlocking of demand over the next couple of weeks. I think we may see further changes or more significant changes into July.